We want to get straight into the news portals and what we have for you. You know, of course, it's a holiday, so the papers are at rest today. But we have online stories, lots and lots of online stories, and a lot of things happening over the weekend. And of course, do you guys remember this song? Brightest and best of the stars of the morning. She has joined me on the show this morning, the epitome of that song, Vivian Kailoko. Good morning. Sorry, how? You don't know what to say. It's okay. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting the song. Hey.
Yeah.
Spotting some.
No. You know.
What's the occasion?
So you know, Kwame Nkrumah was born on the 21st of September. And of course, that was Saturday. So on Monday, being a statutory holiday, we're commemorating him. And so one of the things he used to love to wear was the fugu. Okay. Yeah.
So you want to
symbolizing
sort of
symbolizing a certain sense of nationalism. He brought the fugu out to, you know, and I think it's interesting how the fugu became the representation of nationalism. Because even Rollins took that up as well at that point. Yeah.
And now it's a big thing.
Yeah, it's a huge thing.
Things.
Everybody.
You know, when we're growing up, remember the political suits?
Yeah.
Now everybody.
Yeah, everybody wearing it. Yeah, it's come back to life.
Come back to life
political
with a
suit,
modern twist.
Yeah.
So the
whether you're a politician or
was
not,
big.
you are wearing it. Yeah.
If you look at your parents, they're old.
Oh, my dad
photos,
used to
men,
have. Oh yeah, I saw political suit
with
for the
some
first time
white
with my
shoe,
dad.
I think. What the heck?
No, my dad wasn't that bold to wear white shoes. He was
Well,
very
I saw
conservative.
when they were going for parties, they wore the white
white
shoes.
shoe.
Yeah, but for work, the brown or the black.
Yeah.
So I have pictures of my dad.
Of your dad in all those
white
ones,
shoes and all that. And if you wear it at the time, you're a guy.
Yeah, it
So
was a
that's
big deal.
Anyway, good to see you and happy holidays.
Thank you and happy holidays to you too.
Thank you to you.
Right. So
I'll start with citynewsroom.com,
Okay.
and the top story there says, I have clear strategy on how to curb rising food prices. This is former President Mahama speaking.
Okay.
Also, luggage emitting smoke at Kotoka triggers evacuation, passenger handed to NIB. Still with citynewsroom.com, Chief Justice fumes over manipulation by court staff. And then we have lead fight against Galamsey. Merikuduka tells small-scale miners. And then Democracy Hub demo, police launch manhunt for leader Oliver Vomawo. So that's some of the top stories from citynewsroom.com.
Yeah. Did you see that video of him removing the key from the police van?
So appalling.
I was like,
disappointing.
are you serious?
Like a kid.
Yeah. And I mean, so there were two videos that, you know, got me thinking about what it is we want as a people when we see the things we say, right? That one was one where, aside all his utterances and everything else, you go and do this you want to immobilize the vehicle. Or what? What's the plan? What's your objective? And is that part of why you came out that day to incense and aggravate the police?
Disappointed.
It's disheartening to think that this is what is supposed to be the leadership of, you know, a call for democratic
it started
values.
with the burning of political party paraphernalia.
What was that about?
And then destruction of some properties.
Yeah, what was that about?
And then now you go take the key of the police and then teasing them and then change and then
you throw it off.
What is this? Like, I'm so disappointed, and their actions must be condemned.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the burning, destruction of property, you know, trying to put a piss off the police to take action. Yeah. It was totally unwarranted and disappointing.
Honestly, I also want to highly commend the Ghana Police Service for refusing to become aggravated, you know, because I
think now they've become very good at this mob mobilization and
you know, handling them,
and all that. You know,
I heard one person say God bless the whole land, Ghana. The
They
policeman
said,
said, God bless you too.
Bless us all.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, now I'm even getting confused about what the demonstration was. Because I'm told that the full page petition or whatever didn't even have the Galamsey thing in there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they said that the whole thing was against Galamsey.
So apart from the lady, the lady with the green,
yes,
who
was
kept
holding the
talking
bottle
about the
of
Galamsey
dirty
thing and
water.
all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
The others, I'm not sure it was clear what they wanted
to do.
So I mean, we're all against. If anybody is against Galamsey, you know, illegal mining, destruction of the environment, you can't take it away from ChannelOne and City. You know, but wrongfully doing things to charter a course is something, you know,
unacceptable.
Nobody will,
unacceptable.
will follow.
You know, there was another gentleman who was incensed because he didn't know the roads were blocked up to the point he got to, right? So he had to park his car. When he realized he had to park his car and walk, then he said, listen, I don't understand what you're doing. Here is a top-tier hospital. You've come to set up this thing. So the whole place has been barricaded because of what you're doing, and we can't access hospital. And you said people's lives are at risk. It's irrational. I don't understand that.
Well, let's hope today is the final day.
Yeah.
They will do the right thing, protest peacefully, put across what they
I'm
want
all
to
for
put
protest,
across.
but not
Because
like this.
If we've seen day one burning, day two, you know, trying to incite the police to act whatever irrationally. Day three, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
So let me give you more of that
please
on
do.
ChannelOneNews.com. It has police on manhunt for Oliver Vomawa over disruptive behavior at Democracy Hub demo. And then Democracy Hub demo, Ama governor, 9 others arrested during protest. And also another protest coming on, freight forwarders, trade associations to protest against shipping line exploitation on September 24. And then Baumia Camp team slams Democracy Hub for destroying MPP paraphernalia.
Okay. Yeah, so we have that. I want us to, let's get into a few of the stories.
Okay. Do you want me to go through some of the other websites quickly?
Yes, please do.
Okay.
Please do.
Let me quickly take you to Ghana Web and give you some of the top stories. Travelers smoking luggage at Kotoka International Airport causes fear. And then stop manhunting me and tell me when and where to meet you. Oliver to police. Graphic Online Graphic Online says, oh, you saw Ayariga yesterday also launching sort of his campaign. So he says, they say Hassan Ayariga promises 5,000 minimum salary. Where? 5,000 minimum.
To who?
Government institutions then, because that's where he can pay. He can't pay private people. So 5,000 for government workers, the minimum.
Yeah, okay.
And then he's also saying NDC stole 24-hour economy from APC. Hassan Ayariga launches his And then Kofi Kinata involved in accident says he's doing fine. You know that he came out to say he's fine because everybody was worried for him. And then quickly to my Joy Online. I know what has to be done to hold the daily food price increases. Others, Mahama speaking over there. And then the astrological symbolism of ballot numbers, a look into Ghana's presidential elections. You know, there's a lot of, you know, all kinds of theories around 1, around 2, 3, 8, everything. So
I know that historically we've had Esroho. And then Asieho.
How do you say middle link?
By the middle, in Fifty.
Okay.
But I find it fascinating. But you know, we knew there will always be a spin, no matter the number. There will always be a spin. There's a way to do it, you know. So
and then,
it's interesting.
Okay, let me take you quickly to GNA. And they have, of course, a Jusak story still making rounds. Jusak at 50, Chief Justice. Laments exploitation, corruption plaguing the system. And then also John Mahama celebrates Dr. Kwame Nkrumah as sole founder of Ghana. So these are some of the top stories. So you wanted to give me some details from
well, there's a number of different stories that are intriguing. The luggage at Kotoka was a bit disturbing. The management of the Kotoka International, this is on citynewsroom.com. The management of the Kotoka International Airport has confirmed an incident at the Terminal 3 departure hall on Sunday, September 22nd, when a passenger's luggage was discovered to be emitting smoke at approximately 3:27 p.m. The luggage was located at the luggage wrap area, prompting immediate action from the operations room of the Aviation Security Department. Security teams swiftly isolated the bag, and the passengers in the terminal were evacuated as per Ghana Airports Company Limited emergency operation procedures. Now, in a statement, the management of KIA disclosed that the passenger involved has been handed over to the National Investigations Bureau for interrogation. The Ghana Airports Company Limited also reminded passengers not to travel with batteries. In doing so, violates international civil aviation regulations. Luggage containing prohibited items, including batteries, will be confiscated and the owner handed over to the authorities. The GACL management expressed gratitude to the passengers in the departure hall for their cooperation during the evacuation, emphasizing that passenger safety remains their top priority. Terminal operations have since resumed
that would
smoothly.
Be scary.
Yeah.
That would really
Yeah.
be
But
scary.
you know, it may sound like something untoward, but it could be very benign, you know, but still dangerous.
Very, very dangerous.
You know,
I mean,
because
if it's
something is smoking,
it's
you know,
smoking or whatever it is, it could blow up a whole plane.
But we know we travel with electronics all the time.
Yeah.
So there has to be a proper consciousness as to handle electronics, especially on long haul flights.
Yeah.
You know, you don't leave your batteries in equipment and so on and so forth.
People forget about all these basics
when we are
because,
traveling. Yeah.
I mean, come to think of it, I think I leave my batteries in it. Not intentionally, but just in a hurry to
It's
pack
easy
up.
to forget, you know. But on an unfortunate situation, the equipment may malfunction, and then suddenly, because there's power in it, it's beginning to. You know,
so we are told the NIB has taken up the case, and we hope we are told what happened after investigations are done. Let me read the story about police launching a manhunt for leader Oliver from citynewsroom.com. The story is by William Na. He says the Ghana Police Service has confirmed the arrest of several demonstrators from the Democracy Hub group for engaging in unlawful activities, including blocking roads, toppling police barriers, and obstructing traffic at the 37 roundabout in Accra. In a statement, the police revealed that a manhunt is underway to apprehend one of the protest leaders, Oliver Vomawo, along with others involved in acts of lawlessness during the demonstration. Originally focused on the economic situation, the protest unexpectedly shifted and was rebranded as an anti-Galamsey demonstration. Now, in a viral video, Oliver is seen taking a key from a police vehicle and throwing it away before fleeing the scene. In another video, he's captured toppling police barricades without any apparent provocation. So that's the story to do with Oliver and the police looking for him. Now, some other story is saying they should tell him where and when to meet and meet him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, we roundly condemn any such acts of aggravation, and it's totally unnecessary. The police barrier is there. Why would you go and topple? I saw that video as well. You know, pushing down barriers and things, and other people were helping him do that. It's wrong. It's wrong. Yeah. Anyway, some other stories. So, lead fight against Galamsey, and guess who is speaking? Mekuduka is telling small-scale miners that they should lead the fight against Galamsey.
I think now the discussion is moving to small-scale miners should sit up and stop this thing about saying put it on hold and all that. Nobody is saying that if you are rightfully doing it, protecting the environment, you are wrong. What we are saying is there's a distraction of the environment.
Yes.
Our health
Irresponsible mining is going on.
and we need to put a hold on that.
Yes.
How are we going to do that? All those in areas that they are not supposed to be, all those who are destroying the environment, we're saying hold. Let us go through and see what can be done to stop all this distraction. So this thing of pitching small scale, those who are lawfully licensed against the other is not what we are looking at. So people should stop.
And I dare say that there are people who have legitimate licenses
Yeah.
who are doing the wrong thing.
Who are doing the wrong thing.
You know,
That's
and so let's not confuse the
like, yeah,
issues, right?
because you are licensed, you can destroy the environment.
Because when you say illegal, illegal just refers to the status, your status within the law, which means that you've not been licensed.
And
right?
even with
but the people who have been licensed are doing the wrong thing as well.
Even with the small scale, we've
Yeah.
had cases where big companies
Yes.
have destroyed the environment
yes.
and have still not done the
Absolutely.
reclamation and all
Absolutely.
that. And these are issues that
Yeah.
are still being
dealt with, yeah.
So don't make it look like the fact that you have a license,
Yeah.
you can
You
misbehave
can do whatever
and
you
then
want.
it's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you are doing the wrong thing,
That's what we're
it's
saying.
wrong.
Yes.
So that's
so,
what we're
so
saying.
the story here says that the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources has renewed its call for members of the Association of Small-Scale Miners to take a leading role in the fight against illegal mining, which is polluting water bodies and destroying forest reserves. The ministry noted that the actions of a few unlicensed miners operating in rivers have cast a negative light on the entire small-scale mining sector. It has intensified public pressure for a government-imposed blanket ban. This has intensified public pressure for a government-imposed blanket ban on small-scale mining, an outcome the ministry warns could have serious consequences for the economy. I want to announce for all Ghanaians to know that God has blessed us as a country with gold and minerals, so we will ensure that it is mined responsibly with all rules and regulations applied. Expatriates are not the only ones who should mine our gold, but equally Ghanaians can do same. It's a quote. And it goes on to say, so I'm pleading with you all to assist the government to flush out and get rid of all those mining in water bodies. And after we can do that, we will see if any individual or group of persons will get the courage to tell the government to ban small-scale mining in the country. That will not happen today or tomorrow. So you see what he's saying. He says that there will never be a ban as far as he's concerned. There will never be a ban.
He should have all this time dealt with the distraction.
Thank you.
If he had done his work, we won't get to this point of calling him to do his work.
And because he's not doing his work, right? Because he's not doing his work, he's now asking the small-scale miners to do his work for him.
Let's get serious in this country. You see the distraction. Of course, you go around the country enforcing the law. You see the distraction. You are not doing anything about it unless there's something we don't know. And then there's now pressure on you to do the right thing. Now you are telling small-scale miners
they should do your work for you.
Do your work for you, and you are proud of yourself. I think the more he talks, the more he works.
Yeah, the more
he
sounds, you know, absolutely unacceptable. There's a story that is, you know, akin to this one, connected to this one. Nkroful, historic river Suble, behind the Nkrumah Mausoleum in Nkroful, is devastated by Galamsey. And this one here says that the historic river Suble, located behind the Nkrumah Mausoleum at Nkroful, the birth town of Ghana's first president, Dr. Nkrumah, has been devastated by illegal mining activities, commonly known as Galamsey. Now, the river, which once held historical significance, is now a victim of rampant environmental degradation caused by unregulated mining operations.
I don't know whether you saw the video. So we have seen,
yes. So actually, let's take a look at the video.
Yeah.
We have the video available. Let's take a look at the video.
This is Nkrumah Mausoleum, the first place that Nkrumah was actually buried upon his return into the country after his passing. And today, it is one of the significant mausoleums we have in the country. But I just want to appreciate the level of patronage in terms of tourist attraction, whether from within or outside. So I have one of the supervisors over here to tell me, a tour guide. Chief, what's your name?
Stephen Tando.
Tell us a bit about the level of patronage over here and what is actually making people come here. The last time I came here, it was so much deteriorated. I'm seeing some improvement. What can you say about that?
We're having tourists averagely 1,500 people coming around, but within this year we've had a lot of increase in numbers, and I think it's because of the Nkrumah festival that we have put in so much effort in celebrating it. That is why a lot of people have been coming here. Though we are getting to the end of the year, but we've had over 2,000 people, and we are still expecting more, even including today.
We know that the Nkrumah Mausoleum, which we see behind, behind us, right behind it also lies the river Suble. What is the state of it, and to what extent is it connected to the history of this very mausoleum?
So this is a river that plays very much important role in the history of Dr. Nkrumah. But right now, illegal miners have polluted the river, and it is very worrying taking people around. And this is taking so much from the history of Dr. Nkrumah as far as the Dr. Nkrumah Museum is concerned.
I'm exiting from the Nkrumah Mausoleum here in Nkroful, where Nkrumah was first buried after he was brought into the country following his passing. And right behind the mausoleum is River Suble, a very popular and historic river that we have been told that Nkrumah, when he was a kid, was behind. The mother was carrying him, and he pointed to the mother that the mother had actually stepped on a fish. And later, when the traditionalists got the fish and they did their investigation, it was concluded that what happened shows that Nkrumah was actually going to become a very influential person in Ghana. And true to that, he actually became a president. And so this river Suble holds a lot of importance and historical significance over here.
It's not much of a river that's left. It's like almost like stagnant, dirty water. It's just standing there.
It's like a gutter.
Yeah.
A gutter without structure.
Yeah. It's horrible.
So
it's what we've done. A whole
where
river.
can we now say we have clean, clear water? Apart from the Volta Lake, is that the case?
Yeah, Volta
now?
Lake. Well,
And then some
you know the
parts of
citizens
the
of
Black Volta.
Jema stood up against in the northwest
so
region,
there are a few
western
pockets.
north, sorry,
Yeah.
western north
Western
region,
north.
stood up against the Galamsey. So at least their water bodies are clean for now, you know.
And
But
most of the major rivers
yeah,
are
have
polluted.
most of them.
Cobra, Pra,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at this. Just
It's
behind
crazy.
the Kwame
Yes,
Nkrumah,
yes,
you know.
yes.
What is wrong with us?
Yeah, everything's wrong with us because I always say that people will do whatever they want in an ungoverned space.
Yeah.
You see, if there are no rules, there can be rules. If there are no enforcement
A
of rules, that's what.
effective
Yes, exactly.
leader who ensure the rules are
follow the
yeah.
rules, and you'll be punished if you don't follow the rules. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Not talk shop and fanciful things and blaming and saying this one is responsible, that one is responsible.
So the person who is saying that foreigners, what,
Yeah,
and
I'm not the
Ghanaians,
only one who
nobody
can
is
mind.
saying
Nobody
Ghanaians.
has ever said that.
Nobody, we are proud
Yes.
to be Ghanaians
Yes.
and we want Ghanaians to take charge of the economy and run the economy. But we will not clap for anybody, whether it's an expatriate,
Yeah.
a Ghanaian or an
Yeah.
African or
If
whatever,
you desecrate
when
our
they are
water. Yes.
destroying
Yes.
things
Yes.
in the
Yes.
name
Yes.
of nationalism
Yeah.
or Africanism.
Yeah. I want to ask Mekuduka this morning that in 2017, in 2018, 2019, when the government was fighting Galamsey aggressively and the water body started to improve, with that one, were they right or wrong in doing that?
You think
At that time.
You come and say something else that will even annoy you.
Anyway, Vivian, thank you very much.
Thank you too.
All right, have yourself a good day. All right, well,
And happy holidays.
happy holidays to you. Sports is next.